Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50-plus years. So let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Aurora Workman. I am the president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, a proud graduate of NCC, and together we'll share stories that will inspire, uplift, and often amuse you.
Each week, Aurora and I will introduce you to alumni of Nassau Community College interested in sharing their experience here at Nassau Community College, along with the secrets to their success. If you, our listening audience, has any positive news you would like to share about Nassau Community College alumni, engagements, births, graduations, weddings, and/or accolades, email us at alumni@ncc.edu and we will shout you out.
Well, today's guest is Noel Epps, an independent contractor who owns and operates Epps Van Services and has been coaching football, basketball, baseball, and girls softball for 25 years. Currently, Noel Epps is the head coach of the Long Island Red Devils, who are the reigning EFA champs and a very proud graduate of Nassau Community College.
Yay.
Welcome to Lion Tales, Noel Epps, class of 1999.
Hey,
Yay.
Thank you. How are you?
Oh, we're good, and we're so happy to have you here. And we'll let the conversations begin and unfold, and you guys will discover that this alumnus has a lot of sports.
Got a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on. So you received your degree at Nassau in physical education, teaching, and coaching. Did you decide to attend Nassau for that?
No, in the beginning, I graduated in 1989. And I wasn't ready for school. I was very immature, wasn't ready. And I dropped out. But then I found a great woman who told me, you need to go back to school.
Yeah.
And I went back, and I got my phys ed degree in like a year and a half.
Ooh.
So I was on the fast track.
Yes. So in doing that, so that was, so when you came, because you were yourself a high school athlete.
Yes. I came here as a football player. I played with some of the best. Joe Burgos, Mark Scott, and Selmo was the head coach. Coach Powers, Speckman. It was a bunch of people here. Craig Mitter, a bunch of people here playing football.
Yeah, and that was, we have one of the best football teams, if I shout out.
We were ranked number 3 in the country that year.
Right.
Yeah.
So go Lions.
Absolutely.
So when you came back, you were a student athlete.
Not when I came back. I was an adult when I came back.
Okay.
I was a daddy when I came back.
So then,
no more games.
No more games.
So as a non-traditional student, which is common at Nassau, what did you find campus life like?
I didn't really partake in campus life because I went home. Mm-hmm. But what I realized that I was more mature and able to handle the work better, allot my time throughout the day a lot better at that time. When I came here, my first year, I was into criminal justice forensic science. Didn't realize that all the science was coming with this. Yeah. So I was playing myself early. Listen, let me go to phys ed. I know phys ed. I can do that. I can play badminton all day.
You got to do what you love.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of times, a lot of our guests have always said that they came or they started or they weren't sure about what they were going to do. So this was their start, and it really kind of gave, changed the trajectory of their life, having to come to Nassau.
You know what's the best thing about Nassau? It's more or less grade 13, but it's inexpensive. You get a lot of bang for your buck here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You get a lot of bang for your buck here. And that's like the best thing that I didn't realize at 18 years old. When I went back at 25, I was like, wow, this this is really the place to be. And then I find out they're one of the top junior colleges in the country. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So change that 13th grade.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You had great experience. You know, and I think a lot of times when people come here, they're prepared.
Yes.
To go on, because I was like, oh, my mother bet me. That's how I got here.
Oh.
She was okay. You go give me one semester, and then if you decide you still want to go to California and do your little writing thing, you can go right on ahead. If you really support that,
if you really want to fulfill your dream,
My father was like, no, go to trade school. Because my father was a worker. He worked with his hands. Go to trade school. You don't go to college.
Right. So I sat there and I took that bet, but when I came here, I never left. I went right through and then got the bug and went on to my next and my next. So,
see, I don't know when you went, but when I went, the Union was popping.
Yeah,
the Union was the place to be.
Yeah.
So when I would go to class and have some downtime, we'd be in the Union, and I'd never leave the Union. That was a problem.
But you came to campus.
Yes, that was a problem.
You're one of those ones that, I go to school every day.
Yeah, I'm there.
7 days a week. I'm there, Class? What class?
Exactly. But I figured it out quick.
Exactly.
And that's what leads me to what we asked you. The next question is, what would you... the adult and professional you, because there's an adult us, and then there's an adult and professional us.
Yes.
Okay, but what would you give yourself advice? What advice would you give yourself looking back as a student?
To be a lot more focused. Now, my son is on his way to college, and there's so many distractions.
Yes.
And that's the thing that I'm so concerned with, is there's so many distractions. He happens to be hyper-focused at times. So I'm worried, but then I'm not worried.
Right.
But it's a campus where, there's beautiful girls, there's a whole lot of stuff going on, there's sports, there's activities, you got to be focused.
Yeah.
You got to be focused. And that parking, woo. I think it's gotten better though. It looks like they fixed a lot of it.
Yeah,
it's gotten a lot better.
There's a lot more parking.
Oh my goodness!
Don't be 15 minutes late, because then you
have to be here.
Class.
Yes.
I used to have to walk from one end to the other for my first class.
But it looks like it's gotten better in here.
Oh yeah,
I had an art class, and I would walk from the car with the 15 pounds of clay.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a pulley or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a backpack. And I don't know how we did it. We compromised somehow.
We roughed it. That was rough.
Yeah. We're like Abraham Lincoln walking without shoes. We did it.
No phone, no laptop,
nothing.
No
and
phone.
always on top, and always got everything on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now if I lose my phone, it act like I don't remember a day. What
Can't remember a phone number, nothing.
No, you don't know anything.
I had to put this in my phone. Be here at 8:45.
Yeah, we have to go back to the old ways. I think the old ways are better.
That's it. So we do have a lot of new challenges for our young folks, and not as many as we had, but we got through. You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Noel Epps, an independent contractor who owns and operates Epps Van Services and has been coaching football, basketball, baseball, and girls softball for 25 years. Currently, Noel Epps is the head coach of the Long Island Red Devils, who are the reigning EFA champs and a very proud graduate of Nassau Community College. So 2 years ago, a youth sports study reported about declining participation, rising costs, and unqualified coaches. As a coach of football, basketball, baseball, and girls softball for 25 years, what is today's experience in relation to this report?
That's a good question, because I coach football. And there's definitely a decline in the participation of football, and it's amongst the affluent white America. Okay, for Black America, who are more poverty stricken, it's a way for them to get a free education. There's a book, I forget who writes the book, but it's called The Ghettofication of Football.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
And it talks about how, because of poverty in the Black community, it's a way for them to get out. Football's a way for them to get out. So they're not concerned about concussions.
Right.
They're not concerned about breaking their leg. They're concerned about taking care of their family through football. And people don't realize that the most dangerous sport for concussions is girls soccer, not football.
See?
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah, and that brings to mind that, what you're saying, we're not really afraid of, at the time, we weren't afraid of concussions.
We're not thinking about it.
We weren't thinking about it, it's like, I have a son that could play football, and the coach came to the house. Come on, Xavier, just play with me. Just play one game. Xavier's like, okay, I'm going to play in one scrimmage. Right. He goes, and that's, as soon as he was fire, and I'm up there, get on, crush him.
But it's also how we're taught to play. Like, first of all, you have a lot of coaches, especially the younger coaches, youth league coaches, who are hitting every day. Your body is not meant
to be hit.
To hit every day. We're teaching, some people are teaching to use their head when they hit. I coach grown men. I make them take their helmets off when we do tackling drills, because it prevents them from running their head into each other. Right. So they learn to use their shoulder. And people think it's unorthodox. And I have an unorthodox style. I do. I'll be honest, I do. But my message is to not use your head. Right. And we are using bad methods, I think, as coaches.
I mean, I know my brother played for years since he was really little, and he probably had concussions, but no one knew. Nobody knew. Really drew attention to that.
Nobody knew.
And now
now you're so aware of it.
Well, now it's like, even if it's a little bump, you got to go to the ambulance, and you got to get a CAT scan.
We're not going to talk about that problem. That drives me nuts.
That's that parent who sits there. It's like running out there on the field.
Yeah, I have a son who plays football, and I tell him all the time, like, you have to be careful, be more aware of. Like, I tell him, don't take any contact. He plays receiver. Don't take any contact. If you don't take any unnecessary hits, run out of bounds if you have to.
That's what we used to say. My brother was a running back, and my brother sit there and says, "You're not gonna get hit, because you're gonna get that ball, and you're gonna run."
Yeah, run.
And he would be running like he was running for his life.
Don't take any unnecessary hits. I understand there's times when you're going to get hit, but don't take any unnecessary hits.
Right, exactly. That's what you got to watch. You got to be strategic.
Preservation, your body preservation is most important.
Yeah.
So, what is one of your approaches to coaching that students relate to as part of their student success?
Oh man, I have a unique situation where I'm tough as a coach, but I'm fair. But my kids happen to really, really care for me, and I have kids who still come to my house to this day. They're 32, 33 years old.
That's the testament of a great coach.
And they I'll give you an example. I have two kids who, one is a young lady. Her name is Ryan Jackson. She played softball for me. She's now 30, I think she's 30 right now. And she comes to the house at least twice a month.
Is she from Uniondale?
She's from Uniondale.
Yeah, she's actually my math consultant.
Yes, she's a math consultant. That's exactly who she is. And when she's not in Uniondale, she's at my house.
She's at my school.
Okay. And another young man named Antoine Dexter, who is
I had Antoine Dexter was my student too.
Yes, Antoine comes to the house. We sit, we watch the games, and they still come to the house. Sean Brown is another one. I'm so lucky. And I was tough with them. But I'm fair. I like to think I'm giving them a reality of life.
No, but you're changing their trajectory. You're putting them on a path of success.
And they're very successful now. They really are.
Everyone that you just named, successful.
Super successful. Ryan is killing it. She's killing it.
She is. I just watched her do a math lesson with some of my teachers, and I kept saying, that energy and that vibe, you don't get that.
Yeah.
So if you are responsible for having created some of that,
she is.
And she's a self-starter kid.
Yeah.
And she's not a kid now. She's a young lady.
She looks at my kids as her brothers and sisters. Yeah. So I'm very fortunate to have her.
You are listening to Lion Tales. Our guest today is Noel Epps, an independent contractor who owns and operates Epps Van Services and has been coaching football, basketball, baseball, and girls softball for 25 years. Currently, Noel Epps is the head coach of the Long Island Red Devils, who are the reigning EFA champs.
Yay.
And a very proud graduate of Nassau Community College. My name is Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
I'm a college student and could use advice about my student loan. I had to leave school and go to work. Now I have to pay back student loans for a degree I don't have. Fortunately, I found assistance.
Back in college, I figured they wouldn't lend me more than I could easily pay back. Boy, was I wrong. Thankfully, I got the help I needed to pay back my loan in full.
Sound familiar? The good news is that student loan repayment options are available. We're the NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, a nonprofit organization with member offices nationwide that provide comprehensive financial reviews and student loan counseling. NFCC certified consumer credit counselors provide one-on-one financial counseling and can help you evaluate options for making student loan payments, reducing interest, debt consolidation, or even loan rehabilitation. Call 877-406-6322 or visit us online at studentloanhelp.org.
Welcome back to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, and our guest today is Noel Epps, the head coach of the Long Island Red Devils, who are the reigning EFA champs. So tell us about the Long Island Red Devils.
The Long Island Red Devils, I've been there for 3 years. I had a 4-year plan. In 4 years, I was expecting to win a championship. We did it in 3.
Yeah.
So we're out of Levittown. We're a semi-pro team. So we have a lot of young men, adult men, who are looking to go back to college, play arena football, play Canadian football, some even trying to get back to the NFL, which is a long shot. But a lot of them out there for the love of the game. And, sometimes semi-pro has a bad name because of how it's ran sometimes by other coaches. But I'm no nonsense, and if it's going to be done right, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be done right.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And so what is the EFA and its significance to youth sports?
None. It's called the Elite Football Association. They have really no alliance to youth sports. It's adult football.
It's adult football.
Oh, okay.
If you lined up 10 guys for this, can you tell before they get on the field what their athleticism is like?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could tell by how they walk.
Yeah.
Just their movements. Their body type.
Yeah, and what are you looking for? Do you want a runner? Do you want someone who
I
can
want
throw?
speed. People think football, you want a big guy.
Yeah.
I don't want big guys.
Yeah.
Because they're refrigerators. They don't move.
Refrigerator
They don't move. So I have a bunch of small guys, believe it or not. My team is very small. But they're tough. So you're looking for, me personally, I want guys who can run.
Yeah.
So where does everyone come from for the Red Devils?
Mostly Long Island. Most of them are all over Long Island. We have a couple of guys from Queens, a couple of guys from Brooklyn. We actually have 2 kids that come from Pennsylvania, which is crazy. Yeah. They don't miss a practice either.
Wow. Yeah, that's dedication.
Yeah. They come all the way from Pennsylvania.
And then you have hometown support, and how does the team gain that support?
We have a team owner. His name is Dennis Machado. He used to run the Long Island Red Devils over in Levittown, the Levittown Red Devils.
Okay.
And he's our, he does everything for us. Yeah. So we have some financial backing from him, and then a lot of it is through fundraising. After that.
And you have a really nice shirt on with the
really nice shirt. If I'd known, I'd have bought my ring. I got a ring and everything. I got a championship ring. The whole 9 yards. The box opens up. It lights up. Oh, man. If I know he's going to be talking about this, I'd have bought my ring.
Yeah. The sun goes to touch it and alarm goes off.
Oh, yes. He'll tell you.
That's amazing. Now, I heard, on Long Island, the Red Devils have been around for a minute.
Well, they used to be called the Tribe. The Long Island Tribe, and they won 2 championships as the Tribe. That team eventually folded, and 3 years ago, I took over as the head coach for the Long Island Red Devils.
Yeah. What makes a good football player? When you look at the NFL, we see people who become very, very famous, and then once they're very famous, we forget about what they can bring to the table as an athlete. So when you watch the game live or the Super Bowl or any of those games, what are you seeing?
Well, the number one thing before you even step on the field is to be coachable. Be coachable. Be able to take criticism. A lot of these kids are so sensitive and can't take criticism, And if I always say to my guys, the minute that I stop pushing you, the minute I stop yelling at you, is the minute you need to worry. Because that means I don't care. That's the second you need to worry. But after that, as a player, you got to be kind of fearless. And again, I teach speed. Everything is speed driven now. The difference between a kid that plays in a Division III school and the kids you see on TV is usually foot speed.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about, greatest of all time, and we were having this conversation, too, at work about football players, and, I mean, I think, although O.J. had so many problems and we get all the issues, I think he was one of the greatest
O.J. was
players.
fast.
He was fast.
O.J. was fast.
Yeah, jumping over the suitcases.
They were fast, but Jim Brown was also a big guy and playing with a bunch of smaller guys. Like, in our current football, I think, like, Deion Sanders is a great to me. Because, again, fast. It's all about speed to me. If you can't catch it, what are you going to do?
And what about quarterbacks?
My favorite quarterback ever is John Elway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love John Elway. I wore number 7. He was big, strong-armed, strapping, big guy. He could throw the. And when I played, I wore number 7 because of John Elway.
John Elway.
And what about Tom Brady? I think he's a little dainty.
Don't do this to me.
I know.
I am not going to say Tom Brady's the GOAT. I am a Jet fan.
No, I'm not going to say
I am a Cowboy fan.
No.
I am not going to say he's the GOAT.
I'm not. I don't think he is.
He's okay.
He's the sheep.
He's the sheep. He's okay.
He's Giselle's husband.
That's exactly who he is. He's Giselle's husband.
Yeah.
Okay, he's okay. But you know what? They make an offense conducive to getting the ball out of his hand, where you can't touch him because the ball's going already. Right. So, I mean, it's smart. He's not super athletic. He's smart. I'm not going to say he's the greatest of all time. You're not going to get me to say that.
And we will not say that either.
I am a Jets fan. Jets are going to beat him once this year.
He has deflated us.
One thing about our Jets is we're already Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
Even if it was back then, we still have a ring.
I am 48 years old. I did not see that championship.
I lived around here, so that was
I remember all those games. I mean, like Joe Namath, obviously.
Yeah.
The people from like the late 60s and early 70s, because I was little, and that my father and my brother was so into football, that was like a big thing. So, you know.
You're listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Noel Epps, the head coach of the Long Island Red Devils, who are the reigning EFA champs and host of a new Strong Island podcast, Not Just Sports, by Noel Epps.
Oh, man.
So,
Strong Island.
Talk about the NJSBN.
Let me tell you, if you would have told me that this was going to... I got to tell you how it happened. I was on live on Facebook, just playing around, talking about sports. And Mace from De La Soul, DJ Mace, we're good friends. And he came on to my Facebook today. He said, listen, you got something here, man. You got something here. You need to continue doing this. So I got the technology, and we'll do a podcast. But, I got to go on tour in Europe. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to wait for you to go on tour. So I just kept doing the Facebook Live thing. And people were drawn to it, and people loved it. It's sports, but with a lot of funny. And we also go off topic. We'll like last night's show, I was talking about the incidents in Brooklyn with the shootings, which is ridiculous to me. And the Mets are a hot mess. And Dominican Republic. That's what we talked about yesterday.
Big Papi.
Big Papi. Yeah, people talk about that. He was the target. I don't know about that. But we do a lot of sports with a lot of funny. So, and I try to draw the women in, because women have a good balance of balance of men. And men want to talk about one thing all the time.
So what can we expect on this show? Give us the who, what, when, where.
I can't wait. On August 5th, starting August 5th, Monday nights, I will be on Strong Island TV from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And again, we're doing a lot of funny. So I'm also very physical. My facial expressions and stuff like that. So I can't wait. I'm super excited. My followers are super excited. So I can't wait. And I think I'm going to do very well over there.
Yeah, I think you will. Because, I started watching more and more of the different podcasts that's coming out of Strong Island TV. Shout out to Bobby Lacera.
Yeah. And our producer, Rudy.
And our producer, Rudy. You go for Rudy.
Yeah. Now, me and Rudy grew up as kids. I've known Rudy since we were 6 years old, 7 years old. Okay, he's the best.
Oh, man. Creative director. I told him he's going to be a media mogul. And all of a sudden he's all across the United States right now. So that's always such a good look. But this is some exciting time, I think, not only for the show that you're doing, but even for sports again. Like before, it was just a lull.
And now, to bring back some...
I don't know if the lull happened after Michael Jordan left. No.
Well, I think social media...
It's almost like Oprah. Oprah's gone and it's over.
Right. I think social media allows a lot of people to have a lot of opinions. Okay. My problem is we have a lot of opinions with no facts. That bothers me.
Right. We do.
So you could be opinionated, but have some realization and some,
Yeah, I was thinking that too, that I feel like I don't even know if I have opinions about certain things. I'm just sort of like jaded from all of it.
Like people say the craziest
everybody's
things.
Saying something.
Yeah, they say
everybody's
the
word
things.
Is not gold.
Yeah, they say the craziest things and don't know the situations. They say stuff like, the Lakers are now going to get Kyrie Irving. How about they don't have enough money to pay for Kyrie Irving?
So the Lakers got to give back LeBron James.
Well, you don't give back LBJ. He's the king.
Yes, he's the king. Bring him back to the East Coast because they obviously don't know what to do with him over there in the West.
Well, LeBron is part of his own problem over there. He goes to the arena with cups of wine, glasses of wine, goblets of wine. He's bought into that whole lifestyle over there, so he's part of the problem.
Come back home, LeBron. Come back home.
Yes, come to New York.
Remember
come to New York.
Remember when everybody was rooting for him and trying to usher him to their stage?
Yeah, but James Dolan is a hot mess. He's a hot mess. He's killing the Knicks. Okay, I just need to say that. I'm a Knicks fan, and I'm starting to wonder, am I going to see a Knicks championship? I'm starting to wonder.
They just recruited the kid, and they were saying, how are you going to carry the team? He's like, carry the team? I didn't even play. I didn't even get on the court once yet.
Right. And he's a good player.
Yeah.
We need more. We
need so much more.
Yeah.
So we'd like to thank our guest, Noel Epps, the contractor, the coach, and the podcast show host, and a very proud graduate of Nassau Community College. Now, how can our audience get in touch with you?
You could go on Facebook. You could go in the search bar, type in Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. My next show is actually tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So
leave your church pews.
Yeah, while you're on your way to church. While you're on the way to church, check me out. I mean, if my son doesn't have a football game tomorrow. If not, we'll push it back. That's the beauty of being on Facebook. I'm a little flexible with time. So, but I'm always there. So you can always check me out. I'm on YouTube. You can check me out on Not Just Sports by NJSBNE on Twitter, NJSBNE on Instagram. Noel Epps is on Facebook, and I'm Not Just Sports on
Thank you
YouTube.
so much for being here.
Yes.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with my fabulous friend Aurora Workman, president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. The creative director of Lion Tales is Rudy J. Breedy. This show is a production of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. Available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. Lion Tales is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.